That sounds good. Well, hey y'all, welcome back to Doug's Cars. I figure it'd be a good day to go to a car show today, and I know some of my viewers, especially those of y'all in the UK, aren't able to do that. My neighbor handed me this flyer yesterday from down the street. He has a sweet 65 Malibu SS convertible that he is going to be putting in the show. He's actually in charge of the show. So, hey, let's head on down and check out a car show. Well, y'all, I think I'm in the right spot. Look at that. Allen SS. It's even got doohickeys on the antenna. It's a little windy here today, so I'll apologize in advance in case there's some wind noise. But yeah, it's also really unseasonably cold today. Like, I am actually cold out here. It feels like late October, not mid-September. So that's kind of cool. Crown Victoria Association. Don't see these very often. One of my all-time favorites, one of my most favorite cars ever is a 57 Chevy. I know other people like the 55s or even the 56s, but something about these I have always really liked. It's got aftermarket wheels on it, of course, but just the twin like bullets on the hood, and then the rubber Dagmars. And this is definitely a Bel Air, or at least dressed up to look like one. You can always tell if it's a Bel Air because it's got the stainless trim on the side. The 150s and 210s had differing trim levels, but only the Bel Air had the stainless. Ooh, RT, road and track. It's got the white bumblebee stripe, convertible top. It's got headrests, factory air car, very cool. Dog dish hubcaps. Here comes a very interesting Grand Prix. Where should I start? This is like 1960s muscle car heaven, or pony car as the case may be. Wow, Pontiac Ventura in orange. Now that's unusual. 72, okay, so it's got like add-on AC, 307, nice beige bench seat, column shift. That's cool. That's something you don't see every day. Well, I mean, most of these you don't see every day, but that's something I didn't expect to see on this Voyager. But again, when's the last time you saw one of these? This thing is cherry. Look at the seats on that. Beautiful. But again, when was the last time you saw one of these? And then, those of y'all joining me from the UK, this might look... Ooh, it's got traffic heaters. Morris Minor with a 383 stroker. I don't even remember if I've ever even seen one of these before in real life. But there you go. A Morris Minor with a MAGA hat and a 383 stroker. It's exactly the way they are in the UK. Paging Redwood, 85 IROC Z Camaro. Man, look at that interior. That's awesome. The stripes. Wow. I remember when these came out. These were, I would say, the ERS extended range sound system stereo. When these came out, I got a brochure when I was a little kid, and man, these things were just the coolest. So they're playing loud music, which means I'll get a copyright violation. But hey, look at this Cimarron. I mean, you never see these either. Sitting out in great, and this has won awards. The interior is beautiful. Look at the huge cell phone. Man, this is awesome. 86 Cimarron. They got a reproduction battery even. Wow. Oh, this is cool. A Chevy Cameo. They even put like fake wood grain on the side, but this was the first like fleet side pickup that wasn't a flare side. Didn't have the bump outs for the wheels. And this was actually, I believe, a fiberglass addition that was put on the side of the regular bed, and so it had all of this panel just was bolted on, and this was like one of the first luxurious pickups. Of course, it's got an aftermarket interior now, and it says an 89 Chevy frame underneath, which makes sense, just more modern, easily drivable and all that. But what a cool thing to find. 3100. Huh. I didn't realize that they made Cameos in that heavy of a model. Here's a stock looking 57 in this awesome coral red, maybe? Can't tell. Man, I just love these. I know they're probably not the best car in the world to drive, but it was from 1957. None of them were. What a just, I mean, the contrasting white top, it's got the factory hubcaps. I mean, these things could be had with fuel injection. It was mechanical. Nobody actually bought it, and the people who did buy it removed it because no one knew how to work on it. But it was just a beautiful car it is, next to this awesome 68 C10 that's been lowered, it looks like, quite a bit, but it seems to be on factory wheels. Here's something you probably haven't seen before. A Studebaker Lark. It's got some custom stuff going on the inside, but look, it's a Studebaker on the door inside. That's cool. Owner's manual. Pretty good sized trunk. This was a compact car for its time. And let's see, it's a 59. So this would have been a pretty small car by 1950 standards. Of course, it's got a Studebaker V8 in there. Really nice. Let's see if I can get any of this. That's got all the options, Flight-O-Matic. Just says 8-cylinder 2-door hardtop, velvet black. It's got undercoating and white sidewall tires and radio and an antenna. Those are pretty good options to have in 1959. Radio. I wonder if it has Connell rad on it. That was a special thing that you could tune into to hear when the Russians were going to drop the bomb. Next to a really nice Impala. Again, with the factory hubcaps, they didn't put any mag wheels on it or anything. 62, that's what I was thinking. There's the good old Chevy small block under the hood, and you just don't get interiors like that. I imagine that's original upholstery, or it's been replaced with original. It's got metallic in it. How do they get metallic in vinyl? It's crazy. It's awesome. They should bring it back. That sounds good. It's a Caprice, top of the line. This Malibu SS convertible is my neighbor's. He lives right down the street from me, and I've only seen it out of the garage a couple times. And yesterday he stopped me and said, "Hey, we're having a car show. Do you want to go?" And handed me that flyer. And I had no idea. I mean, I knew he had this, but it's also one of those things that like doesn't come out of the garage that often. So I'm super glad that he said something, because now I'm getting to look at all these cool things here. Bath County 2005. Well, we don't live in Bath County, that's for sure. Wow, wind's picking up. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's next to this 58 Impala, which is quite cool. Let me see if I can get a better shot of the interior. Yeah, it's got that silver metallic vinyl upholstery, clock, factory AM radio. Really cool. Yeah. This is totally different than Cars and Coffee. This is all like classic 50s, 60s, early 70s stuff, except for that IROC and the Plymouth Voyager. But really digging that. You don't see these things as often. And this is like old school car show. Like when I was a kid, this is what a car show was like. And I need to see if Ben will let me drive this at some point. Maybe he will. And maybe I can make a video on this. Hey, let me know in the comments below if you want to see a video on a 65 Malibu SS convertible. Maybe I can get that in before it gets any colder. Okay, I found one more. You knew if I found another 57 Chevy, I was going to go up to it. But this one is cool because this is a post. It is not a hardtop. So while it is a Bel Air, or at least it's made to look like a Bel Air, it's not the more expensive model, which would have had no B-pillar there. So that's kind of cool. The other fun thing about these is you flip that open there, right there, and that's where the gas goes. It wasn't until later that they moved to the middle opening behind the license plate for the gas fuel filler. And I mean, that was nice. It was in the middle, it was hidden so you didn't see it, and it was in the, I mean, being in the middle, you could pull up to either side of a gas pump and always be able to fill up, not have to worry about dragging it across your paint. But that works, and it's hidden behind that little chrome thing. They even made a line on the right hand side one to make it match, even though that side doesn't open. And now, of course, that I'm done reviewing that vehicle, the wind has stopped. Nice little Fox Body Mustang convertible here. It's got a bunch of accessories. So okay, it's a V6. Let's see. Oh yeah, 3.8. I didn't know they actually put the 3.0 on there. I thought that was only for the 5.0. There's almost as much cool stuff here in the parking lot as there is in the actual show. Never miss the parking lot when you go to a car show. People always drive cool stuff. This Skylark's got something cool on it. Yep, that's right. Back in the day in Virginia, if you had a convertible, you could have it on your license plate. I don't know why. If someone knows, let me know why. It was way before my time, but very cool. It's also very custom. Another Chevy 3100 with the blue Flame 6, which would be found in things like the first Corvettes. But look at the patina on this. Patina is where I'm at right now. I like some good patina. I mean, you've got, this looks like it was probably brush painted at some point and it's just flaking off, but that's really cool. And so 54, okay, it's got custom exhaust there. It's got the little lights that they'd stick in the end of these, because this is just rolled steel and those would be wide open and you could stick things in them like that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Boy, that interior is tight. I guess you could sit through three across, but because the cab goes forward to meet the hood, which comes to a point almost, It's looks kind of tight in there, but this is really nicely done. It's got fog lights. Yeah, this is pretty well optioned out for a 54 Chevy pickup. This was when pickups were still work trucks and nobody thought about using them as a second car or a daily driver. And so they didn't have all kinds of cool accessories. It wasn't until, oh man, late 60s where you could get things like air conditioning in a pickup, stuff like that, to make it usable. That's a good looking truck. Ah, here's a perfect example of a hardtop coupe. Notice there's no pillar here. They've rolled the windows down. You don't have a B-pillar, and that's a hardtop. Now, me personally, I always found it kind of odd that the cars without the pillar were called a hardtop. You'd think that the roof would be harder or stronger with a B-pillar. But anyway, again, 57 Ford. These actually outsold the 57 Chevy. But when's the last time you saw a 57 Ford Fairlane? Never? Right. But 57 Chevys are everywhere. And I don't know why. So it's got upgraded brakes. Does it have... Yeah, there's an air conditioner unit under the dash there. So this must have AC on it too. Now that would have been an option then. So it's possible that that came from the factory, or maybe a dealer, or a day 2 add-on, or maybe it's more modern. I don't know. But 57, yeah, you could definitely get AC in one of these, especially with if you sprung for the most expensive model, the hardtop. Interior is cool. It's got like gold metallic cloth. I bet that's hard to find in restoration world. Boat Tail Riviera GS. That's really cool. What an interesting piece of glass. It's got the fin running down the top through the glass and into the deck lid. Really cool car. This is about a 71 maybe? I could be wrong. Check it out, see what else. Oh hey look, someone drove an i3 with Doug's car's business cards in it. Wait, oh, that's me. That's my car. That's what I drove. Now here we've got full-size Super Sport Impala Chevy Luxury for 1964. So they went with the crank windows. It's got crank open vent windows, which is cool. So they do not have the factory air in this. Original carpeting, it looks like, and possibly the original white vinyl upholstery. Very clean. Custom wheels, but otherwise, very nice car. These are the ones that are made into lowriders a lot out on the West Coast, but that doesn't seem to happen as much here on the East Coast. The roads are not good enough. Somebody spends a lot of time in Nantucket. They skipped a few years. And what car show would be complete without an automatic C5 base model Corvette? Actually, there were a couple of them here. Well, I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. But I thought y'all might want to come along, especially those of you who cannot go to an auto show right now and see some cool cars. And maybe you learned a little something. Maybe I took up too much of your time, but I had a good time. I hope y'all did too. Stay tuned for more Doug's Cars coming your way soon. Please hit subscribe to find out what I'm bringing to you next. And it won't hurt to hit like and comment too. Thanks y'all so much for watching.